so don't want to say something that may be close to.
That is yes, sir. Yes.
So the process would be to call the meeting of the special convention order, say what the date and time is,
Okay.
the agenda, put to the agenda is just a single item.
Yeah, because that's required in our bylaws.
And then you recognize somebody to move the motion.
Okay.
Okay, and then the motion is moved and seconded, then you're moving into discussion. Then once discussion is ended, you're moving into the vote.
Okay.
Then you would call for adjournment.
I'm just figuring out what is quorum here and what is a 2/3 vote. So we have quorum, obviously. And we need a 2/3 vote to have it pass. We have 21 members here today.
For the purpose of the minutes, instead of just saying that it's obvious that we have a quorum, can you tell us how many members we have present?
We have 21 members present. And we need 14 for pass. My name is Elizabeth Glass. I am going to call this meeting to order at 2:03. The date is 8/8/26. We are at the building that is where the, what is it called? Switchboard, thank you. I don't like presiding over things. No. All right, so we went over the minutes, or we went over what it takes to get quorum and what it takes to pass. And I've completely forgotten.
Do we need a motion?
Oh, the agenda. Okay, so the agenda today is to decide whether or not we are going to vote out our current county chair, Steve Whitmer, and that is a single issue for our special convention here. Can I have someone motion? Move to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Corey moved.
I just have to do it.
Oh.
Okay, Evan moved.
I'll second.
Okay, we've got 4 seconds. 40 seconds, but he's ready to speak. All right. The motion is. Oh, do we have any objections to moving this motion? One objection? Okay, we're going to move to a vote then. All in favor, do we need to count these votes? Okay, all in favor of this motion? Adopting the agenda. Thank you. Sorry. Say aye. All right, that seems like the ayes have it, but I should probably ask for the nays. Any nays? Okay, 2 nays. All right, motion has passed. Now we are going to call for discussion.
Somebody has to make a motion.
Okay.
Tim Clark, move to remove and replace Stephen Whitmer as the county chair.
The 2 motions. Remove, replace with 2 outcomes, right?
I'll make that motion. To remove and replace.
I second the motion.
Replace, you have to vote on somebody. Hold it dependent. Right? Kevin?
No, it doesn't have to be.
Okay.
James seconded. Yeah, James here. Yeah, I'm sorry. Now can we have discussion on the matter? Anyone like to speak?
Yes, since I'm in the motion, I'm going to speak. So we've got, a lot of you guys know me. I'm a big tent guy. I believe in waiting. I believe I was part of the, I don't believe, I was part of the pragmatic caucus, which meant we need to relate to voters, we need to have a big tent, and we need to win. However, I do think there's lines that should not be crossed. Any county officer any officer or leader of any kind in the state or county party has a fiduciary responsibility to its members and to the party. And advocating for losing ballot access is against the fiduciary responsibility of any county leader. Furthermore, advocating for anti-libertarian positions as a county leader, as a spokesman, is inappropriate. And I think the actions speak for themselves. So
can I get a clarification on just for clarification, what the anti-libertarian?
sure, the support of the the deportation rally, as well as referring to third world anchor babies wiping their asses with the Constitution.
Okay. So the offensive speech is the use of anchor baby and wiping ass, or is it because all libertarians don't support open borders?
I'd say about open borders.
Okay.
I call that out of order.
I'm sorry?
The questions are out of order.
The question, I'm just getting clarification. And I thought it was discussion, so questions aren't allowed to be asked during. Yes, sir? Yes,
Just
sir.
a point of parliamentary procedures. So technically, when somebody is speaking, one, they're directing their questions to the chair, which would be you.
Okay.
And then you go from person to person, and each person engages. The chair can ask questions, clarifying questions to the person who just spoke, but it does need to be limited.
Okay. All right. Any other discussion? Yes.
There's a certain irony that the Libertarian Party is going to throw somebody off office for speech. So there's an allegation, what I heard so far is that there was an allegation that Steve said something. What is it exactly that he said? That is a violation.
You got it right here.
Sir, I have the floor.
Sorry, I apologize.
What I would like to know is exactly what is it that Steve said, and then what is the basis for dismissal? Is it a violation of the bylaws? Is it, what are the grounds for dismissal besides the fact I don't like what he said? To begin with, and I reserve the right to come back and continue my questions.
Any other discussion? Yes, James?
Yeah, so after your last meeting, there was rhetoric that definitely violates the NAP. Although we do advocate for free speech, that doesn't mean that there's not consequences. And within the party, we do have to hold our officers to a certain standard. And when you say you're going to hold members, envision holding them and choking them up against the wall, this definitely violates the NAP. It creates violent rhetoric, and that is not to be found in the Libertarian Party.
Did you witness that?
Yes, I have video of it.
Okay.
If you want to see the video, I have video.
That's fine. I just asked if there was.
Yep, I have video. If anybody wants to witness it, I can present it. Any chair.
All right, any other discussion?
Move for personal privilege. Can we hear the recording?
Okay.
It would have to be without the objection of the body.
That's why I asked.
Okay. So you would have to ask if the body objects to hearing.
Does the body object to hearing the recording?
No. I object, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why.
You can't.
I can't?
No.
Okay.
You just stated that you object.
Okay.
So in that case, you would do a yeas and nays vote.
All right, all in favor of hearing the recording? All opposed?
Nay.
Ayes have it.
Yeah, true. So anyway, but Drew asked a simple question, and everybody's just kind of looking around. was gonna come, and nobody wanted. This is my whole issue. All right, you can pay your $10 a month and be a paper member, because that's basically what you are. But when push comes to shove, unless you're not showing up to the meetings, you have no voice. I don't give a fuck what you say. That is my biggest problem with all of that. And this is what when I was driving, this is what I was thinking. Well, actually, let me finish the whole meeting. So there's some woman who was like, what do you mean, you people? You keep saying you people. And I was like, the people that don't want to win. Or I think she was saying you guys. I think that's what it was. And she was said like you people or you guys. I was like, you guys that don't want to win. I'm going to get to that here in a second today. And I think I finally figured out what the deal was with the LP. And then, there was some fucking boomer in the room too. It's like, it's like, so what'd you say? Did you mean it or did you not mean it? It's like, and Drew, like, before I even had a chance to say it, he's like, he just fucking explained it. I was like, yeah, I did just say it. And he's like, oh, what, so you don't want us to have balance? I was like, and Drew's like, he just explained it. I was like, I just explained it. It's like, dude, go to your fucking room, all right? Go drink your warm milk and or we're gonna put you on a sheet of ice and just float you out to the ocean, all right? You are an anchor right now. You are slowing us down. And then there was some other dude with some other neck beard in there too. He's like, well, you're just putting out negative energy. It's like, dude, at least I'm putting out some energy because everybody's so placid. Yeah, exactly, Drew. Yeah, we really have been trying. Corey just was able to get the emails like a couple of weeks ago, like I think a month ago, where you can find out how many people are actually part of it. So Corey's emailing everybody. I still don't have access to that, and I'm not expecting access to get to it. I'm basically on my own. I'm free-balling. And then there was some other boomer. I was like, maybe I need to impart some wisdom on you. It's like, motherfucker, I'm 42, all right? There's no amount of big-ass wisdom that I'm thinking this, by the way. And by the way, while everybody's speaking, while everybody's having their chance to speak, I'm kind of checking out. I'm envisioning myself putting them against the wall and choking them, and then pounding their fucking face in. Because I feel like right now, I'm in grade school. I feel like you're a bunch of people attempting to be adults in a room full of people that don't want to be taken seriously or win. I am in a room of people that just want to have a social club, drink shitty beer, talk about libertarian philosophy and the old days. Oh, back in 2010, I ran for office, and I was never going to run for office unless I knew I was going to win. That guy who said that, he said he...
All right, that covered the quote that I stated.
What do you disagree with?
That's all you got.
I'll address questions from the chair. The chair permits.
What's that?
I call for the question.
I like Paul.
Second.
He wanted to.
So,
We're still discussing.
yeah, in response to that video, I just have to wonder, if the chair, as he is now, has this sort of opinion of his membership, then why does he want to chair this party? I believe that he doesn't represent us. It's evident that he doesn't like representing us, so let's set him free.
Before calling the question, it would be in order to give the chair the opportunity to speak.
The current chair or the one?
Yes.
Okay. Steve, would you like to speak?
Sure. I regret nothing of what I said on the video. Everything on there is truthful. I think the people that are showing up are the people that care. I'm glad that all of you guys are here today. I'm hoping that in the future, when I get kicked out, that you're actually show up in meetings. I doubt it, but I'm very hopeful of it. I think most of you in here that are going to kick me out are really just behind the computer computer types, middle management is what I would consider it. I think the people that consistently come to the meetings, people like Melvin and Drew and Mark and Corey and Libby and Josh, those people are trench fighters. I like people who are going to get their hands dirty, going to show up to a monument circle debating bros on socialism. I don't hope that the people that are going to vote me out today will actually do something like that, or the next chair will do something like that. Because right now, I've been the only one that has consistently showed up since 2023. And since Libby ran for office for city council, I've been hanging around her. I was the one, I think one person did get left out when you talked about it last time, and that was Paul. Paul did show up one time, but for the most part, I was out there with Libby every single weekend in the heat, sweating, and you remember how hot it was over there. And now we have Mark and Drew and James, and right now, instead of going and door knocking for those three and Lori, we're here today voting on this. And what I'd rather do is just focus on trying to get people across the finish line and at least try and get some talking that Libertarians actually care about trying to win.
Thank you. Yes, Mark.
So analogous at a workplace. If you've been at work, you've been on a football team or any kind of sports team, who among us has never been faced with a leader, the CEO, the CFO, the coach, who just ready to riot, basically telling you to get off your backside and get the job done? Sometimes those words are offensive, and they really hit you in the heart. But they're meant to be a point of self-reflection. That's what leaders do.
Yes.
I would say that the context is wrong. Those words are in a locker room to the team and the team only. It's not to the public. And that is what is really an issue here for me.
Okay. Yes, James.
I've been on sports teams. I've had rough coaches. I've had tough coaches. I've never had a coach tell me they're going to choke me out.
Yes.
No, it wasn't my coach.
Hey guys, a lot of you probably don't know me. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen a lot of you. I've been literally on my own for the last 2 years campaigning to stop corruption in this county.
Can we keep it on the subject though?
Yeah. Bottom line is this. A lot of leaders are gonna come at you a little different. You gotta have thick skin. The system is broken. The Republicans are tearing our country apart. The Democrats are even worse. We're in the middle. We don't have time to be fighting each other. Think about that. Unless you're gonna stand up and be president, get some tougher skin.
Yes.
May I respond since I was directed toward me?
No. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Paul P. Jefferson, I understand there's a lot of emotion here, and there's people arguing style, and management style, leadership style. Not about that. That representation. Who are being represented by? This individual, these comments don't belong to the Libertarian Party. Belong to the Republican Party. I can see that. I can see Republicans firing out this kind of stuff. Perhaps the person who's the wrong party is our leader. So what we're talking about is representation. And what it is you're doing public facing to represent all of us. If this is what you want to represent you, great, vote them up. But I don't feel that's, my opinion, will work out. Someone says, well, it's better than nothing, I would disagree. That's my opinion.
Do you have an interest?
Yeah, so I was just going to respond. There was some talk about wanting to win. There were some questions about what was exactly said. Got a few copies floating around here of the exact post, and it says, verbatim, at this point, I can't wait for the Libertarians to lose ballot access. That's not about winning. fiduciary responsibility as an officer of the party.
Those are the exact words. We got to print it out.
Yes, Drew?
Can I move to just vote?
I would like to say something before we do that. I don't like Steve's rhetoric online, and he knows that. I tell him every meeting to calm it down a little bit, and he has. He has calmed it down quite a bit.
Point of order.
Since I influenced.
Point of order.
Yes.
Is it appropriate for the chair to be debating?
I would
Making a statement, I'd say it's.
make a statement. Just making a statement.
I was just asking.
I think that we should be more tutelage than cancel. And I think that that is more of a libertarian way of bringing the community around somebody who's doing something wrong and trying to convince him or her that it should be done differently. I have not been perfect at it, but I think that's more of a libertarian way. And I hope to see everyone again at the regular meetings. Yes, Evan?
Sorry. Evan McMahon, former state chair, currently your national chair. I've known Stephen for a couple of years. I've mostly run into him with Libby, or we had a good conversation at the election division meeting. I don't know that this is the right fit for him. We have a platform, we have policies, and we don't seem to run parallel to his ideas. I don't think everybody should be a perfect libertarian. I don't think there is such a thing as a perfect libertarian. And everybody comes into the party at a different place in their discovery of libertarianism. But that doesn't mean you become a leader in the party right away. You grow into it. And I think maybe this was too early, too fast, too soon, in a vacuum, when, quite frankly, I chaired that meeting where no one else would step up. It is hard to step up. It is hard to take that role and that responsibility. I've been incredibly disappointed and outraged by the messaging, by the antics, by the lack of response to members talking about how they're being discussed and being treated. At our last meeting, where we scheduled this, it was an opportunity for there to be a change of behavior and to show people, hey, I just want to get people motivated and activated. Instead, it was double, triple, quadruple down behavior. To the point, in this very meeting, when things were being discussed, when things were being restated, when the video was being played, Mr. Whitmer was over there smiling and laughing. That does not strike me as somebody who wants to be in this leadership role. That's all I have to say.
Okay,
Ben Hale. All I wanted to bring up is just a reminder that that the motion is for the chair. It's a leadership role. It's not about being a Libertarian Party in Marion County. It's not. We are open. Bring in, even if we don't all agree on every single thing. That's one of the things we love about being libertarians. This is for leadership. I just wanted to stress that. There's no problem. We're not kicking anyone out of the Libertarian Party. It is simply our leadership role. Thank you.
all right. I don't see any other hands, so I believe we're just gonna call the vote. Jordan, yes.
Can we make this a roll call?
We can do it a roll call vote.
I'm your District 7 rep, Corey Cohn. I've also been a member of the Marion County Party since 2023. The whole reason that I'm in this role right now is taking some of the weight off of Libby. Stephen also stepped up to take some of the weight off of Libby, because for the last 2 years, there's a lot of people in the room who I would like to get to know better, but I haven't seen a lot of you. And I think just introducing myself, some people might be hearing my name for the first time. First of all, let me say, I think that there's legitimate cause for people to be upset by some of the things that Stephen has said. Sorry, Stephen, you provoke people and you know that. And it also has an effect on the reputation of the party. And when you're in a leadership role, I think there's also a duty to represent everybody as a member without picking on them. Sorry, I think that's true. On the other hand, I think you do need people who are invested in participation in the project. That means showing up to meetings. That means showing up to special events. It means going out and hanging door knockers. So my biggest concern with this whole process is that I've heard a lot of people complaining about Stephen. Again, I'm not saying they're empty complaints, but I have not heard a single word from anybody. As your District 7 rep, I have not heard a single word from anybody in this room saying, I am actually interested in participating in a leadership role in Marion County to turn things around.
Out of order. That wasn't part of the question when we were debating or discussing.
It's a James, please.
Corey can say what Corey wants to say.
So I want you to keep in mind that getting people to show up every month is critical to building the membership. Getting to know people, to build relationships, having beers, talking about what's important to us as Marion County members and what's in our heads about policy is important. If you want to get rid of Stephen and you don't have any ideas what comes next, I think that's irresponsible. So I'm hoping that some of the people who are motivated to vote him out have a plan and they're willing to share it. Thank you.
All right. Yes, sir.
Just for clarification point, because the motion was to remove and replace, if we vote to remove, then the replace would happen immediately, which would go into nominations and then the vote to replace.
Okay.
That's how that parliamentary procedure would work, because it was remove and replace.
Okay. So I'm just going to say that a little louder. If we vote to remove Stephen, then nominations for the new chair and voting for the new chair will commence after that. Any questions or no? All right.
I'd like to call that out of order. We didn't let anybody say anything else.
I thought we were ready to. Now we're ready to vote.
She passed multiple times. Somebody's willing to speak.
Okay.
Do you want to say something?
It's fine.
Would you like to say something, Anna? You might say something.
I would just like to say that people don't come to the meetings because they don't know when they are. People are completely left out of the loop. People don't know. If I need something, I have to call Stephanie. I don't even know when to do anything. And I worked on national campaigns and went to national events and went around with the last presidential, nominee, and I'm still completely out of the loop. And you guys might be hearing me talk for the first time, but I think it's inappropriate that you're sitting up here accusing people of not being involved when they've been uninformed the entire time. And he is a joke, and he's what makes us look like a joke. Because trolls like him get in there, and then people want to step away and not be involved. Because they just see stuff like that. And he was completely out of line and laughing in our face and making fun of us. But people are still going to sit here and defend him. It's not about what he said. I totally get free speech. I'm really on that side of things. Fine. He said something. That's, First Amendment, all these things, people are in here are constitutional. I don't like how polarizing he is. I think he is inappropriate and he utilizes hate speech to get people excited. And I think that is the wrong message that we need to promote here. And I'm too nervous to get involved or to say anything because nobody takes anything seriously or keeps people involved. So if people aren't informed, then how can they go to the meetings? And I know people nationally, but I don't know any of the people in Marion County because when you were running it, I didn't know what was going on.
For clarity.
And okay, that was out of order, but I'm just saying, people are uninformed, and that I'll leave it at that.
I agree that people are uninformed. I don't think that's relevant. But thank you. All right. Any other discussion? Seeing none, I call to move to.
Just call it.
We're gonna call the question. I'm gonna do a roll call as requested. I'm sorry? Okay, sorry, I'm gonna vote for, not just, I'm gonna vote nay for the question. Josh Mason,
Nay.
Paul Copeland,
Yay.
John Muser.
Yay.
Yay. Lori Bowes. Yay. Evan McMahon.
Yes.
Tim McGuire.
Yay.
Allison McGuire. Yay. Drew. Nay. Kathy Syke.
Yay.
Okay. Jason Syke.
Yep.
Corey Dorn.
Abstain.
Okay. Ben Hale.
Yes.
Paul DR. Yay. Susan DR. Yay. Sorry, I have dyslexia. Mark Renner-Litzberger.
Nay.
Stephen Whitmer.
Nay.
Mike Jasper.
Yay.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Yay.
Yay. Just making sure. Melvin Hall.
I have to abstain because I'm a candidate in this current general election.
Okay. James Senior.
Yes.
Dick Arnold. And Hannah.
Yes.
Okay. So that's. That's 14 yeas. Six nays and 2 abstentions. Alright, so that means that the yeas have it. Steve Whitmer is no longer the chair of the Marion County Libertarian Party. We're going to call for nominations for chair.
Yes, Tim McGuire. I nominate Paul Copeland for chair.
Okay.
I'd like to second that.
Okay.
If it's appropriate, what's that?
You do the nominations first, and we'll say nominations. That's fine.
Any other nominations? Seeing none?
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I think I'm going to assume most of you guys know Paul, but just to let you know, I served involved for quite a long time. I've never seen a hard worker than Paul, and a more true believer. He's been in the trenches even more than I have at this point. He's probably knocked on more doors than I have. Probably the only person in this room that's worked harder than Paul is maybe ever. Maybe.
Yes, Evan?
I actually wanted to speak to about Paul for a second. We actually stood outside under a failing canopy at an event during a really bad storm during the rainwater campaign. He's gone out for rainwater, and then the only person out there at multiple events has gone out there for Jeff Moore. He's gone out there over and over for candidates. He's been involved for years. He went door to door with spreadsheets, knocking on doors and dropping off literature. So I think that the counterpart would be in good hands with Paul.
Are we going, yes, Mark?
My apologies, I may have thought, just a clarification on the vote. Is this supposed to be 2/3 of the members voting or 2/3 of the members present?
To vote 2/3 of the members present.
And would that mean in order to pass the motion, we need 15? How many were present?
There were 21 when I counted it, and to begin with, Dick came in at 22, but I didn't believe that we do a, do we include a half or a percentage? So because it's 22, it would be like 14 point something. And there's not a point something, so I believe we round down.
Also, did you include Stephen?
I did include Stephen. Oh, you can't do that, okay. So then, it's still 21, and if Steve is not included in them, and so 14 passed.
What's 2/3 of 21?
It's
already been decided.
It's 14, it's 2/3.
So you need, okay.
The 7 times 3.
So you need a minimum of 2/3 to pass the motion.
Yeah.
So there's no other nominations that you would move to a vote?
All right.
It is an option on the ballot.
You can do what?
No, none of the above.
Oh, yes, you can do a no to vote.
It's always an option on every ballot.
Don't have to.
And channeling Nick's our work.
Yeah, I don't want to touch it.
All right, so we're going to, who would like, yes?
Before we, are we moved to vote? Is that the motion?
Yeah, I think there's no other people.
Can there be discussion on it?
If you'd like, discussion.
I'd like to, may I be recognized?
Yes.
Chair, the current nominee to replace the Marion County Party is somebody who I don't really know very well, and I don't have any sort of relationship with. So if somebody is coming in to lead the party, I'd be extremely interested to know what their plans are for the remaining of the year, and considering the level of disorganization or strife that's apparent in the county generally, what this individual is planning to do to bring the party together.
Chair recognizes welcome.
I think that the membership or the Marion County Party is facing a couple of core problems at this moment. We have a lack of new blood coming into the party. That is something that I want to focus on long term. In the immediate term, we have to make sure that in the season of unprecedented challenges of having the unknown of another candidate on the ballot, that our Secretary of State candidate is supported, that we knock as many doors. Marion County is the most urbanized county in Indiana. We have the highest density of people and highest availability of members who actually knock doors. So until election day, my focus is going to be on get out vote efforts, trying to lead with Lori ahead of us. And then transition into a membership drive, get new blood in here, bring up the next class of libertarians, because as has been expressed to me by various chair people who may be in this room, the goal of a good chair is to find their replacement. I don't want to be in the chairmanship for 8 years. I would like to have a new class of people come up behind us. And beyond that, I think that improving our visibility on social media and in traditional media is going to be something that I'm going to need a lot of assistance on that, but that is another focus I'm going to be bringing. Thank you.
All right. Any objection to calling the vote? Seeing none, let's do that. Do we need to just do ayes of it? Okay, but the no to vote will also be
I'd like to move to a roll call vote.
a roll call vote, okay. I'm gonna vote no to, transformation,
Yes.
to Paul,
So Paul.
okay. Paul Copeland,
Yes.
okay. John?
Yes.
Okay. Lori?
Yes.
Evan?
Yes.
Tim?
Yes, Paul.
I'm assuming Paul, unless you say no, that's my assumption. For any other, Allison?
Yes.
Drew's not here. Kathy?
Yes.
Jason?
Yep.
Corey?
Abstain.
Danielle?
Yes.
Paul?
Yes.
Susan?
Yes.
Suzanne? Susan? Mark Reynoldsberger?
Yes.
Stephen is no, he's a member, Stephen?
Yes.
Okay. Mike?
Paul.
Okay. Melvin?
Yes.
Hannah?
Yes.
James?
Paul Copeland?
Okay, and Dick? Would you yes, okay. All right, so we've got the majority yeses, one no and one abstention. So the motion passes.